Alexandria's second and third bishops. Following the death of Bishop Alexander Macdonell, Rome selected another priest from the Macdonell clan to become the second bishop of the Diocese of Alexandria. Born on November 30th, 1853, on the south branch of the Raisin River, William Andrew Macdonell was ordained a priest at the age of 27. He was initially put in charge of the parish of St. Andrew. He then followed the path of most of the early priests of Glengarry, serving throughout the county, before eventually arriving at St. Finan Cathedral in Alexandria. Father William was a noted orator, and his training in Quebec meant he spoke fluent French. Upon the death of Bishop Alexander, Father William took great pains to avoid the possibility of him becoming the diocese's second bishop. However, Rome intervened, and on March 21st of 1906, at the age of 52, Father William Macdonell was appointed Bishop of Alexandria. He was ordained 3 months later on June 24, 1906, the feast of St. John the Baptist. One of Bishop William's legacies is his recognition of the rights of the French members of his flock. One of his first undertakings was to ensure that French was taught in the schools. He also oversaw the opening of Sacré-Cœur in 1910, the first French parish in Glengarry. In addition to Sacré-Cœur, Bishop William built 7 additional churches and remodeled the chapel at the aging St. Raphael's Parish. Bishop William Macdonell was determined to maintain a uniform delivery of Mass in his parishes. So in 1916, to persuade his priests to get on board, he decreed that they should be paid $1 for every Mass, funeral, and marriage celebration. Known as a meek and reserved man, Bishop William died on November 17, 1920, at the age of 67, having faithfully served the diocese for 14 years. After 2 homegrown bishops, Rome chose a French-born priest, Father Felix Couturier, to succeed Bishop William Macdonell. He would serve the people of Glengarry and Stormont for 20 years. Felix Couturier was born in La Forêt, France, on March 29th of 1876. Educated in London, England at St. Charles College and at Dominican College, Hawksyard Priory, Felix joined the Order of Friars Preachers in France and was ordained to the priesthood on September 20th, 1901, in Rome. At the outbreak of World War I, Father Couturier joined the British forces as a chaplain. During the war, he served in Egypt as well as Palestine. His military file includes 4 mentions in military dispatches, and in 1916, Father Couturier was awarded the Military Cross for gallant and distinguished services in action. In 1918, the British government named Chaplain Felix an officer of the Order of the British Empire. Following the end of the Great War, Father Felix remained in Egypt. In 1921, he was ordained titular Bishop of Myriophytos. On June 28th of the same year, he was appointed the 3rd Bishop of Alexandria in Ontario. There is some interesting folklore about his appointment. The new bishop initially believed he was to become Bishop of Alexandria, Egypt, and so he sent his personal belongings there. He then discovered he was in fact being sent to Canada. It was 6 months before his clothes and other items caught up to him in Alexandria. Several years into his tenure in Alexandria, Bishop Felix observed that the liturgy was in need of improvement. So in 1928, with the help of Father Justin Field from the Order of Friars Preachers, a 2-year study program began. During the 30s, Bishop Couturier began to take an active role with the sisters at the Religious Hospital of St. Joseph. Not one to be concerned, Bishop Felix wrote to Ontario's then Health Minister James Faulkner in 1934, bringing to his attention the high salaries being paid to school and public health nurses in Eastern Ontario. And in 1937, he petitioned the President of the Trades and Labour Congress of Canada on behalf of the employees at Cornwall who had not been reinstated following the 1936 labor dispute. On November 1st of 1940, while in failing health and with great difficulty, Bishop Couturier struggled through his final Mass as celebrant at St. Finan's Cathedral. He was forced to retire to his room immediately following the Mass. The bishop spent his final 7 months in poor health and died on July 27, 1941.